Hey everybody, how are you today? It is Saturday night at 9:45 and I have been coloring all day. That's all I've been doing. Um while I was coloring, I watched a few different things. Uh I finished this book. This is my second book that I finished this twice. Just to show you some of the ones that I did. So while I was coloring, I watched Mamma Mia twice. You know how much I love that movie. I love it. I just ordered the soundtrack of the movie because I adore the versions of the songs that they did in the movie. And I looked and looked for karaoke versions of the entire movie and I couldn't find any. Man, I wish I could because some of the songs that ABBA sings are too high for me. But in the movie, I really think that some of the songs are in a lower key that I could actually probably sing. But there's that one. But so no luck with that. There was one for like $35, and I'm not spending $35 on a accompaniment tape. That is just too much money. So what I did was I just ordered the soundtrack for $4 off of eBay. I did that one. So after Mamma Mia, I watched a documentary with Elton John, and it was a basically an interview about the movie that came out, Rocket Man. I never saw it. I'm not a big Elton John fan. I could care less. I mean, his music is okay, but I find celebrity interviews and documentaries very interesting. So it was interesting. I watched that. That was on for about an hour, and he just kind of explained about his life and how he got into music and all that. And it was very, very interesting. And after that, I'm just going to show you the things I did while I'm talking. After that, this was all on Amazon Prime. I have Amazon Prime, which I love. After that, I watched The Truth About Diana. That's the name of it. And her assistant slash butler uh, was narrating the whole thing. And it was really interesting, but really sad. Just to learn how lonely she really was after she divorced her cheating husband. She had actually done an interview that was publicized television, and she admitted to the fact that there were three people in her marriage. So, she told the whole world that her husband was cheating on her with Camilla, or however you say her name. So after that, the royals just stripped her of her titles and everything, um, because she outed them. And it was really sad. He always talked about how insecure she was all the time and sad. She was a wonderful, wonderful woman. Everybody loved her, and she did so many good things for the world. And he said that after she passed away, the royal family could not understand why everybody was so upset and mourning her and putting thousands of flowers in front of her residence. They just didn't understand. What a bunch of rotten people, right? Just because she exposed that Philip guy who, that one was a little wild, who cheated on her. And so, I got the feeling that she was never really happy. I mean, she had boyfriends, but nothing really serious. You know. And the last guy she was with, Fayed, Um, I don't think they were terribly serious with one another. Uh, she really led a sad life, and just to learn about the fact that the royal family couldn't understand why everybody loved her and why everybody was mourning so badly over her. I mean, they had no clue. They had no clue. And the saddest thing to me was he was talking about how after she died, he asked for her to be sent to her home, where she lived, so that he and others could, pay their respects and be with her one more time. And he notified her family that she was going to be there, and if they wanted to come be with her for the last time, they can. No one showed up. None of her family showed up. And he made the comment that it's just you and me again, Diana. It was basically just him and Diana residing, in her house. He was her assistant. He did everything for her. She relied on him for everything. She called him her rock. Oh, just, I cried so much during that documentary. It was like, that poor woman, she was so insecure and yet so full of love and, just taking care of the world, going to third world countries, you know. It broke my heart to watch that one. So after that, I watched uh, Aretha, the movie about Aretha Franklin that Jennifer Hudson starred in. Oh boy, she did a phenomenal job. Again, I know nothing about Aretha Franklin. I'm not a fan. I'm not, I don't hate her or anything. I'm just, I've never, been that interested in her music because it's out of my genre, and I'm not really into that type of music. But man, she was so talented, and Jennifer did an astonishing job on that movie. I was so impressed. And then I watched Mamma Mia twice. I don't know if I said that yet. I watched Mamma Mia twice, and then I went on to Amazon Prime and watched all of that stuff. So I had a really interesting day watching TV and relaxing and just chilling out. Now, this book, I've had this book, gosh, Dave's been gone 9 years, right? I want to say I've had this book since 2005 or six. This is from Dover. Dover has hundreds of coloring books. If you love coloring books, Dover.com, a million coloring books they have. So many. And so these were back in the day when Dave was teaching me how to shadow. All right. He would show me how to shadow in the spots where, there would be a shadow. So you would make the color darker. So as you can see, I did that on these dresses, just like he taught me. And like this one here, such a gorgeous book. I've got a couple left that I'm going to be doing probably tomorrow when I get back from work. And they're just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And I did this one. This was the last one I did before I decided to stop. And a lot of these books, Ming Ju Sun is the artist in a lot of these books, and I'm telling you, her pictures are just gorgeous. I'm sure this book is still around. I haven't been on Dover in a long time. I've actually been getting my coloring books from Amazon lately, but yeah, so pretty. So As I told you, I'm getting a tablecloth, a new tablecloth for my table, and I ordered that in two books. The weird thing is the tablecloth's supposed to be here on Tuesday. Then one of the books is supposed to be here on Monday, and the other book hasn't even shipped yet. And I'm like, huh? I don't know if they're out of it or what, but I ordered two more books with fashion, like I've been doing. So I'll be excited when they get here. I also got a whole set of new markers. There is a uh, YouTube channel. How did I find out of it? I think I was on Amazon and I was looking at the reviews of the coloring books, and one of the reviewers told us about a coloring coloring YouTube channel. This lady who actually colors while she talks, and she had a certain type of marker that she was using, and I ordered a brand new set of markers, and they should be here tomorrow. Because I love using markers. Markers are so much easier. They come out so much more vibrant. And I went to her channel. I didn't. I just looked at it and then I left. I didn't really bookmark it. I don't really have an interest in watching somebody color. I love to see the end result, but it's not really my cup of tea. Just to watch people. The only thing I ever really liked was when Dave and I used to watch Bob Ross. Dave was a painter, and he was a very good painter. I'm pretty sure I've shown you some of his work that I have in here. I might do that on a separate video. But Bob Ross was so relaxing. I'm sure a lot of you have watched him, and he was just so relaxing to watch. And we was it in Florida that we went? It was we were in his home state. I don't remember if it was Florida. It might have been Florida. And we had gone into one of the shops that offered his workshops, and we found out that he had passed away, and that was sad. We didn't know that he passed away. So yeah. And anyhow, that's what I've been up to today, and I really worked hard on this book, as you can tell. I really worked hard on it. Nowadays, I don't worry about shadowing as much because I don't have a teacher to look at what I've done. So I do it more for fun now rather than technique. But you can tell when I really worked hard on them, they came out really, really good. I mean, they still do. I just don't do a lot of the shadowing anymore. But they do look better when you do it, though. I think this came from a different book. No, wait, it's in this book. Interesting. Is this separate? Those aren't children. Oh well. Anyhow, yeah, it's a gorgeous book. If you're interested in it, just go on Dover.com and hopefully it will be there. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. So I cleaned my living room today. It was a mess. And now I am going to take some Tylenol PM. Yeah, I've been taking them. I don't take them a lot. I take them mostly at night when I want to go to sleep because I do have to work tomorrow. And as you can see, all of my bumps are coming to the surface on my face. And so it's a little bit sensitive to touch again. Um, the, the nurse said that that would happen. That's why this is still swollen. It's swollen over here. She said as it heals, it swells up. So it's nothing to be worried about. But it's really, really sensitive again when I touch it. So it's been a little bit hard to wash my face the past day or so, take a shower. But I'm getting there. I've got a really stiff neck today. I'm not sure why. So All right, and so next week I'm really looking forward to this. On the 3rd of September, my Social Security comes in, plus I get a paycheck. So I have a karaoke machine on my wish list that I'm going to order. It's only like $37. And just because I need one that's better than what I've got. You know, I want one with a separate volume for the mic, a separate volume for the music, just to make it a little bit more listenable. You know what I mean? Not so when they're all together, it's not as good. I'm sure you've heard my recordings, and when I go live, they're not. They're okay, but they're not the greatest. So, and my original karaoke machine, I'm keeping it because it's a CDG one that has the little screen where you see the words, and I've got a bunch of CDG ones over there. And but this one is going to be more of a Bluetooth karaoke speaker, um, so that I can use my fuel and whatever. So I'm looking forward to that, and that's going to be probably my last major purchase for a while because starting this week, I am putting gas money aside because I'm going to New York in October. I guess I'll let the cat out of the bag. A friend of mine was kind enough to lend me some money, which I'm going to pay back, and I'm going to go see Keith on October 21st at the Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. And it's inside with air conditioning or heat or whatever they does. It's a beautiful, gorgeous casino in Connecticut. I went there in 2018. It was the best concert experience I've ever had. The acoustics in that place was just amazing. And I was sitting pretty high up, but I could see Keith no problem. This time, I'm not on the floor, but I'm on the very first section right behind the floor because on the floor is really hard for me because of all the people that stand up and I can't see. So this way, I'll be a little bit more elevated and it's going to be great. I just can't wait. So I've been keeping that a secret, but I really, really wanted to be able to see him the whole show again in a great setting, and this is going to be a great setting, and very, very excited about that. Plus, I get to see my family. I haven't seen my family in forever, so I'll go stay with them, and then I'm going to spend a day with my best friend Kathy, and it's going to be great. So probably the beginning of October, I'll probably start the Keith Urban song of the day every day. Anyway, I'm just excited. I'm really, really excited. So I'm really looking forward to that. So that's a good thing to look forward to. I'm already putting money on my savings account for gas, and yeah, I'm very, very happy. So I hope everybody had a great Saturday. I hope you'll have a wonderful Sunday, and I will probably see you tomorrow. I have just been a chitty chatty girl this week, haven't I? Yup. I have no idea. Oh, she's in the bed. Miss Winnie's in the bed. And I put on my white tablecloth. I washed it in the sink. I wash a lot of things in the sink because there's no washing machine here. I've got to trudge everything to the laundromat 10 miles away. So I washed that out and I put it on the table, and it's awaiting the new tablecloth that I ordered. That new tablecloth will be here on Monday, I believe. And then I ordered two more coloring books. One should be here on Monday, and the other one hasn't even shipped yet, which I think is weird. And then I also ordered some new markers for my coloring. So anyhow, that's going to be fun. Those should be here tomorrow, and I'm going to love that because I love the pencils, but markers, everything comes out so much more brilliant with color and everything. So that's going to be really fun. So I'm happy about so many things right now, and that's a good thing for once, right? I had put up on my Facebook, my memories came up on Facebook from 8 years ago, the day that I met Keith at the concert in Alabama. And I had a heat stroke that time too, but I didn't faint. I kind of blacked out a little bit, but I didn't faint. But walking from the entrance to where I met the people, to go to the meet and greet, and going from there down to past the stage and back of the stage, it was like 102 that day. I am telling you, it was hot, hot, hot. And by the time I got to the line, I was sweating and shaking. I mean, I was really in bad shape. It's a wonder I didn't faint right in front of Keith when I went. I was the very first one to go up those steps. And I was like, oh crap. And I feel awful. So, I remember going up the steps and I remember him coming to hug me. And I don't remember anything after that. I think it was just a momentary blackout because I, he was hugging me. And then I turned around and I heard him yelling. And I looked over and he was over in the photo booth and he said, come on, girl, come on. So how embarrassing can that be? He probably had no idea what happened. You know, maybe if I had fainted, he probably would have put me put me somewhere in the area and kept an eye on me. He did that once for a girl who fainted. I heard about that. And yeah, they kept her close by and they were keeping an eye on her and made sure she was okay. I said, too bad I didn't faint in front of him. I probably could have seen him more. Because as it was like a fleeting moment. They took the picture and they just whisked me away while the girl next to me was talking to him. And I was so pissed because, I have a very special story about Keith. Most of you know it. He's the one that got me out of the deep depression after all the stuff that Dave and I went through with a certain person, certain people. And I've been wanting to tell him my story for so long, and I didn't get to do it. And, you know, but at least I remember him putting his arm around my waist and me telling him, "You're awesome," and him telling me, "You're awesome too." And that was it. It's just so funny to me how the day I met him, I was definitely in heat stroke, but this last time I didn't feel like I was in heat stroke. It just came on. I'm seriously wondering if it was something else that made me pass out because I didn't feel hot like I did in Alabama. I didn't feel hot at all. I felt great. I'm just wondering if maybe I had a caffeinated Starbucks earlier in the day and I've never had those. I'm not sure. I'm not totally sure I was overheated. Um, Dehydration is always a problem with me anyway because I don't drink enough. But I don't know. I think it might have been a combination of stuff. So anyhow, I'm gonna try and get some sleep. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I'm getting a headache because I'm talking too much. All right, guys, I love you all so, so much. Thanks for watching my channel. Please subscribe and please hit that like button. I'd appreciate that so much. And y'all have a great night, and I'll see you next time. Bye.